Hello everybody, my name is Marshaplier, and today we are going to be doing a makeup tutorial. Are you as weirded out as I am? I'm totally weirded out. Quick explanation. My best friend Emmy, I'm sure you guys have seen her in my previous videos. If you haven't, just look through, you'll see her. She's the one that I show watching pimple popping videos. Anyway, she insisted I do this look. She actually insisted way earlier this year, but I've kind of held off and held on doing it up until now for Halloween because, you know, sometimes people want to dress up as their favorite YouTubers, and that's totally fine by me. Honestly, Markiplier just recently hit 15 million subscribers, which, by the way, Markiplier, if you at all happen to be watching this, first off, I apologize sincerely. Second of all, congratulations on making 15 million. That is quite a feat. But I really appreciate the charities and everything that Markiplier does. I really love his channel. How I first actually came across him was through the React channels. I kept seeing him in it, and quite honestly, I thought he was so much older. Confession, I'm actually older than Markiplier. Wrap your little heads around that. I'm actually not that much older than him. I'm actually only like a few months older than him. We were born the same year though. That blew my mind. But it explains a lot too, because I see some of the stuff that he does and I'm like, yeah, no, there's no way he's like in his 30s because choices. So yeah, this is just a makeup tutorial to just kind of like do like basic how I envision if Markiplier were to be a woman instead of a guy, what his daily makeup routine would kind of look like or consist of for his videos. For the hair, I did use colored hairsprays. It didn't come out as bright and vivid as I wanted to. However, if you are going to be doing a YouTuber who has brightly colored hair, honestly, I just totally recommend dyeing your hair if you can. If you can't, then I would actually more so recommend using the gel colors, because if you have dark hair like I do, it's nearly impossible to get the hair to show up brightly or vividly at any degree. Please stay tuned for the tutorial part of this video, and if you're not a fellow monster, please hit that subscribe button and join us. I don't do weird videos like this normally. This is just hopefully a one-time thing. If you guys want me to do other YouTubers though, please leave them in the comments down below. There's, you know, many others that I could do, obviously. I could do them gender bend style, or I could just do like gender bend myself into them. So it's totally up to you guys. Whatever you guys want, put them in the comments down below or on any of my social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, whatever. I'll reluctantly, but I will do it. So without any further ado, on to the tutorial. Alright, so as you can see, I already did my hair. I did that off camera because I needed to be in a well-ventilated area, so I did the white first, sprayed that all over my hair where I wanted the red hairspray to go, and then I sprayed that on top to kind of make the red a little bit more vivid. As you can see, it really didn't do a whole lot, but it did help in a little bit, because usually the red would actually just kind of sit on top of the black and you wouldn't really see it very well. So I do recommend using white first and then going on top with the red. We're going to go into the face. And I'm sure you guys have noticed already, I was going to do a voiceover, but I figured for something like this, I would just probably be better off talking my way through it. And the reason for that is because also I noticed the mic on my voiceovers sounds a little funky and weird, and we're just gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna talk our way through while my phone blows up. So anyway, I'm gonna be using the Age Rewind Dark Circle eraser kind of, I don't know. Anyway, this is in the color Fair. It is a little light for this tutorial because Markiplier is more tanned. He is half Korean. This does oxidize. So I'm just gonna put that where I need added coverage. If you notice anything about like my skin looking a little weird or anything, funny story. I already kind of did this part already today. This is my second time going through it. The reason being, and I'm gonna blend this out with my Real Techniques beauty sponge. You can see here, I tried using a darker foundation. I was actually using my best friend's foundation that she leaves here on purpose. The reason that being because she's Filipino. And I thought, you know what? It would actually probably make me look more along the ethnicity of Markiplier for this particular look and tutorial. But it ended up looking quite racist. I didn't feel comfortable or okay with going on camera doing that as a tutorial, so I wiped it all off, and now we're here redoing it. Take that as kind of like a lesson out there if you guys are planning on doing makeup looks or anything of a different ethnicity. Just make sure that you're not being offensive, and if at any time you feel uncomfortable or you feel like it could offend somebody, just better safe than sorry, don't do it. For this particular look, I am making myself look more tan, but it's basically for the more visual purposes of it. You don't necessarily have to do this if you're planning on being a YouTuber for Halloween. You could just do the hair, do the glasses and stuff. Depending on your YouTuber, just use stuff that kind of gives them that iconic look. Like if you happen to be dressing up as Ro Pansino from Nerdy Nummies, I would highly recommend, you know, wearing an apron or having a long brown wig, having on the apron like having Nerdy Nummies written on it or something, you know, something like that that just kind of gives out that iconic stance of who the YouTuber is that you're portraying. So now that that PSA is done and over with, let's continue. I'm gonna go in with this NYX BB cream. I normally mix this in with my Kat Von D, so I'm just gonna use this alone for the purpose of looking like I'm alive and not that I'm deathly pale like I usually am. This will also help even out my skin tone, make me look not so blotchy with my redness. As you can tell though, I already did my eyebrows. Because like I said, I did this foundation routine already. So I kept the brows because I really like how they came out. I did them thinner than I usually do because Markiplier actually has some really nice eyebrows. They're naturally thin, they're not too bushy. So I figured like if he were to be a woman, they would be on the more thin side and not so Instagrammy, if you want to put it that way. Now to set that, I'm using this Flower Foundation Setting Powder in PP3. You know what, I'm gonna go in with the Real Techniques buffing brush. Whether you're making yourself look more pale or more tan, don't forget the ears. Let's just go ahead and jump into contouring. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Contour Palette, but this is the brush that I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using this shade, right? Yeah. He has some pretty high cheekbones. I hope this makes sense, but I envision if he were to be a woman, he would be one of those lowest of high maintenance kind of girls. Of course, you know, he wants to look good for the camera and everything. He wouldn't like go all out. He's too lazy for that, right? Am I right? Like, not lazy in a bad way, it's just lazy in a Markiplier sort of way. The makeup, I envision if he were to be a woman and be on camera and do some kind of makeup, I envision it would be very minimal, but still with the whole makeup of YouTube kind of thing. So I'm gonna use this baked blush from Milani in Luminoso. Good choice, Sarah, good choice. To start off with the eyes, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the anti-aging formula. No particular reason other than this is the only one that I have. Very basic eye look here, very neutral, so I'm going to be using some nice soft pale beige to set the primer all over the lid. And then I'm going to use just a touch of not a dark brown, but more like a medium brown. Bit of a medium brown, it's more on the dark side, but I'm just gonna kind of go in lightly in the crease. And just blending until I am satisfied. So really that's it for the eyeshadow. I know, nothing really special, but like I said, I really envision Markiplier being a very low maintenance kind of girl if he were to be a girl. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with a very small, very minimal cat eye. So I'm gonna be using the Physicians Formula, super long name in Ultra Black. Okay, so that wing ended up being a lot bigger than I wanted it. Oh no, I wanted it so much smaller, but that's alright. Next we're gonna go into doing pencil eyeliner. So it just looks like his top lashes are just a little bit more full. And then from here, gonna go ahead with some mascara. So I'm gonna be using the CoverGirl Supersizer. This is a little trippy, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna use this Boutique lip liner in Natural. I got this at Sally's quite a while ago, so. He's got very thin lips and I have very thin lips, so I'm just gonna line my lips. Then on top of it, I'm gonna be using the Maybelline lipsticks. I don't know what line this is, but this is in 235 Warm Me Up. This is in my Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, but it's not Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. It's kind of like my own little concoction. So to add some final touches to this look, I have a couple of surprises. So first, thank you to my best friend Emmy for purchasing this flannel, my lucky flannel. These glasses I found online. I think they were like for $1 or $3, something like that. How crazy does this look? Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. So there you have it. There's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did. This was actually a lot of fun. So like I said before, I love Markiplier. I love his whole playthrough of Five Nights at Freddy's. That is really my ultimate favorite, but I do love his animations and playing of other video games as well. So if you want to see me do more gender bending of other YouTubers, I could do guys into girls, girls into guys. So totally up to you guys. Whatever you guys want me to do, just request them, send them to me. Whatever YouTuber you would like me to do. That's only if you guys want me to do. If you don't, that's totally fine by me. We could have this just be it. We can have this just be the only one that I do. That's totally fine by me. Like I said, I love Markiplier, but this was not my idea. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Always remember, yin yang is a balance and the balance lies within yourself. I love you guys so much. Happy Halloween. Please be safe out there. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Shit, it keeps wanting to come up.